Why will we turn down? Oh no, we won't. Why will we turn down? Oh no, we won't.
That's funny, it had me echoing on my stream. Hope everyone's doing okay. I want to be everyone's friend, man. But in terms of friending you on Steam, no offense, but I get I get so many requests a day. I don't think I can actually fit everybody. By so many, I mean about 50. Kind of, it's a struggle. The struggle bus. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of setting everything up, waiting for a little bit more people to get in. See how everyone's doing. Oh, chat. I appreciate it, guys. Nice music, Kappa. I don't remember. Can you please explain it to me? Explain what? Yeah, we won against Complexity today. You like my dreadlocks? I don't know what that even means. Yeah, Demon was sick today. It was a really good team effort. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm pretty worn out from Dota in terms of I've just been playing a lot of Dota. So I will be if this is not what interests you for the first hour and a half, I'm gonna spend my time watching myself play today to learn from my mistakes and see maybe you guys give you some insight on why I did what I did when I did it. But after that, I will be playing a couple matchmaking games. So maybe I'll switch it up where I go like analyze one game and then matchmaking and then analyze another. I'll kind of be asking you guys, but I'll for sure be starting with analyzing a game. I've just had a long day of Dota. But everything's good. I'm just smell your belly button on stream. Sorry guys. I don't think I'm going to be smelling my belly button on stream today. But yeah, I just want to watch the game. It's like, especially when I messed up at any time and got picked off, or when I could have done something better. Will I play games outside of Dota? Are you asking if I play other games? There'll be days where like I might just like stream another game I'm playing. I do play other games like Diablo and Hearthstone and stuff, but I don't think people came to watch me play, so it'd be more of like a bonus stream kind of thing. That if people wanted to tune in, they could. But I will 99% be streaming Dota. Narcissist. Okay, analyze and play one, please. That's fine. Yeah, sorry. I know I'm starting to stream late, but I have schoolwork as well as Dota games, so. Will I play Huni Pop? I don't even know what that is, man. I'll discuss everything. It's not just my gameplay, but I'm focusing primarily on my gameplay. A lot of the stuff that other people are doing, I'll look at what they're doing so I can understand them better, and I'll probably analyze it a bit, but a lot of them communicate really well. Boner stream. I do not have the link to the VODs today. If anybody has it, please post it. You enjoy my sweater. Thanks, man. Good evening, guys. Don't play that game? Okay. I will not be playing that game then. I go to school at Cal Poly Tech, San Luis Obispo. Stuff like that is in my bio. We have a match for Dota Masters tomorrow against 4 anchors and a sea captain. I believe it is at around 10 p.m. or 11 a.m. PST. So calculate that for yourselves. I am not a big fan of buying an MKB, but maybe one day. I live at home. Like I live about 10 minutes off campus. So, but yeah, I'm very interested in learning about what I like. It's helped me a lot. Even if you guys are my motivation to watch my games back, but it's helped me a lot. Watching my mistakes and like wondering sometimes like what I could have done there, exact kind of thing. So I'll analyze the draft a little bit for you guys to understand. Kind of the thought process that goes into. I'll go 4 times speed though. So they banned Juggernaut. He's a really strong hero right now, even after the nerfs. Lion's also a top tier support. So along with Venge, we also don't like dealing with Axe. Nobody really does. It just puts a lot of threat on your lanes, especially when you don't have first pick. Like Axe is really a first pick material kind of hero still. He just does so much. I think they picked Batrider here, yeah, because we banned Venge, who's like the primary counter to Batrider as a support. So they picked Batrider first because he's a great offlaner and the counter's already banned. So then we picked Tidehunter. We value Tidehunter pretty high, especially as a counter initiate for Batrider. And then Troll Warlord's one of my favorite heroes and one of the strongest heroes in this meta. So we picked him second. I'll pause a little bit and fast forward between picks. They picked Sniper because he's a long range hero that's hard to exactly initiate on, and Troll Warlord suffers. If Troll Warlord can't get on top of him, Sniper's one of the best counters to Troll Warlord. But if Troll Warlord like is ahead in items and does what happens in this game, where I can just get on top of the Sniper becomes pretty much useless. So we ban Earthshaker. He's just a really frustrating way. Like if we go on the Sniper and Earthshaker's sitting behind him, it's another counter initiation method, which is really hard to deal with. They banned Storm because he's a really good gap closer who utilizes Troll Warlord's ulti really well. Gwop, another hard right-clicking hero that can close gaps. And Brax also plays a decent amount of Queen of Pain. So we banned Skywrath Mage because Skywrath Mage plus Batrider is a really strong combo in the mid game. And he's just something where you can silence the Tide and ignore him and then go on everyone else. So we pick Enigma because we think Troll Lord's a really strong laner, so it allows you to get away with greedier lineups and a jungler that can help as well. Enigma's just a super greedy jungler that isn't really weak early, like as long as he gets a couple good levels. And their response here is to pick Silencer, who's just an overall, like we have a lot of teamfight ultimates, and their game plan I think was to pick to have Batrider, Lasso, and then Global so that we could not counter initiate, but they don't really pull that off very often. We played around the fact that we try to force out globals and then disengage and then fight after that. That was a lot of our game strategy here. I'm trying to remember who we picked next. Like I remember the 2 heroes, I just don't remember which one comes first. Yeah, we picked Rubik because he's a great counter initiate to Batrider if you get that lift off immediately, and he's also like really good against our heroes like Tidehunter and Enigma are Rubik bait as well, so it's kind of like a counter pick while being a good pick. And they picked Drow. They have 3 ranged heroes and it's really hard to go on them, but at the same time they have no frontliner, and we knew that, and we knew if we got ahead we just had to run at them really hard. So they put themselves in a tough, I think they had a high execution threshold, but if we got behind, it'd be really rough. But we banned Visage because he's really strong with Drow. They banned Slark because he's really good with Troll, and Troll could go mid, and Slark is one of my best heroes, and he's really good at dealing with Drow and Sniper because he can just stick onto them and make them run away. So we picked Clockwork as a way to throw them off. We ended up going mid Tidehunter. It's just a lane that doesn't get shafted by Sniper. Nothing beats Sniper, so you kind of just have to accept that for what it is. But Tidehunter will get his levels. He had like a 18-minute blink this game, but so Clockwork's just another disruptor in the fights and a way to get on top of the Drow and the Sniper, which in getting on top of Drow not only nullifies her ulti, but also takes away a lot of the damage of her teammates. So that was the pick there. Threw them off a bit, I think. I don't think they were expecting that pick. So they picked Dazzle as a way to save their Sniper and Drow, basically. It's a way to protect them. It's not the perfect pick, but in terms of like they had the other heroes that were probably better, but those were all banned, so they went with Dazzle here. Just a way, like Venge was already banned, and Earthshaker and Venge probably do that job better, but Dazzle was the best hero in the pool that did the job that they were looking for, which was to make their carries a little bit more survivable. So we immediately roam out into our jungle. That's what you want to always do when you have an Enigma. Protect it so they can't ward it and block his camps. One thing Batrider's really good at is running out really fast and warding, because he can Firefly across crap. So we end up securing top rune, and one of the biggest things that I emphasize is certain carries really rely on level 2, like Troll Warlord with axes. So I asked my team to give me the rune this time, because level 2 Troll is like one of the strongest heroes in the game. He has like a slow 75 damage nuke, and then another mischance nuke that's 75. So he basically has 150 nuke damage, plus a slow, like that incorporates a slow and a mischance at level 2. So that's pretty powerful. I'm going to go free camera. So in general, I'll keep the last hits and stuff up. It's a pretty standard game. Just gonna watch. I'm actually gonna put it on my perspective. I'll probably switch up every once in a while. But yeah, it's a dual lane versus a Batrider. Troll's a really strong laner, so it's not a big deal in terms of the fact that I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream. Sorry, it's just making me lag a bit. But oh, sorry, I totally need to rewind that. Sorry, I wasn't analyzing it. So this is what happened. If you look at the lane, I told you how I thought Troll Warlord is one of the strongest level 2 heroes. I tell Demon, hey, the minute I get level 2, we're going on this guy. So I tell him, like, right after this creep, I'm going. And so we go on him, right here, like right after I got level 2. And I actually get a first hit bash, which is huge. We might not have gotten the kill without that, but we ended up getting first blood. I think we still would have gotten it, but it would have been a lot rougher to get that kill. But that first hit bash was huge. I went Wraithband in lane because the extra damage versus Batrider, who doesn't really right click, so you don't need a stout shield, is really good. Like that wouldn't have been a first blood if I hadn't had a Wraithband. So yeah, pretty big deal to kill the Batrider that early. Lucky bash, but I think it still would have worked, or at least made him go back to base, which isn't that bad either. So I use throwing axes here to get this last hit. It also slows down the creeps so I can kite them around a bit. I should have switched to range here to get that last hit to guarantee, but I got lucky because the Troll Warlord has a massive damage range. I thought I was going to get that last hit, by the way, the other creep. I should have done the same thing there, switched to range, but it's fine. I got kind of lucky there. Sloppy. As you can see, Enigma, you think he's like, if you wonder who's the fastest jungler, Enigma has more CS than anyone else in the game. Tide is doing alright mid, 10 for Sniper. And 8 for him, but I go Magic Stick as my way of mana regenning because of Batrider. Otherwise, I would have gone Sage's Mask right there. But so my focus now is just win the lane even heavier than I already did. And, you can see the power of Troll though. Like I miss a couple CS in here, and then I just start to lane dominate. I start denying the crap out of him because I have such higher base damage. Than he does. So at this point, like, Rubik knows he won me my lane, so he leaves and immediately goes mid and kills a courier. If you see it right here, he's invis with a rune, and he asked him to let him have the rune so that he could snipe this courier right here. That's a pretty big deal. That's 150 gold for the entire team, and that means the sniper's stuck with these items for the next 3 minutes, which is actually huge. Demon made a really good play. Both games he actually snipes a courier, which is actually, like, I can't emphasize enough how big of a deal it is to snipe a courier. But that's what it's, one thing I'm trying to say as a support, like, you don't have to be as effective as Demon, but, like, the minute you win your hero of the lane by what we did, you just leave him. Like, let me get my solo levels. Let me, like, look at me. I'm winning this lane. Like, that Batrider is going to get a little bit out of this lane no matter what, but I'm denying almost every creep and getting almost every last hit. Like, just let your, like, don't reason to stick around. Be a threat. Make the other team question where you are. Demon did a really good job of that in both games. I questioned his item build a little bit on Rubik. He went, like, Boots of Travel Yules with no blink, but hey, you know, whatever, it worked out. He asked me to give him a tango there so he could pull the big camp by cutting down a tree, so that's what that was. But yeah, I'm just rushing phase boots because it's just so good for last hitting and zoning out the Batrider. The thing about Troll is he's such a scary laner. Like, he has so much offensive potential like compared to most other carries. So yeah, Demon said he's going to pull, so I'm just kind of pushing the Wayne out a little bit. Let's pause because he's lagging. I'll fast forward. There's going to be a couple things I watch over a couple times because there was times where I got told to do something that I didn't think was right, but in the end maybe the other person was right. So I'd like to kind of just look after the game and find out for myself what I think would have happened if we had made the other decision. So Demon's pulling the side camp, so it's the same thing I talk about in my stream where I'm pushing out the wave so that this Batrider can't contest. But then I do back up, and the problem is now I let the Batrider is really annoying because he can Firefly over and he starts taking. It's like a triple stack, and the Batrider gets like half the CS, and then gets XP for it. So actually Enigma got that one. I thought Batrider in the game got that one. So that's a really big deal that we let him have that, though. It's really hard to shut him down from that. We tried to do it as quickly as possible, and I should have been probably up here zoning him out. Our Clockwork feeds, no big deal. It is a kind of a big deal. He went mid, and we had talked about after the game that we knew they had a ward bottom rune, and he walked straight through it even though he had a double damage rune, which was really frustrating. I just missed 2 CS there, so apparently I'm trash, but I'm still top of the CS board. So right now I'm just going to go, I'm going to have a Ring of Aquila, but Demon told me to just drop it in base so he could bring it to me, because you see he's going back to base right now. But yeah, I mean, Enigma, you wonder how fast that hero farms. Look at this crap. That's ridiculous. So that turn rate really messes with my last hits. I still, okay. I swear these are damage rolls. Like, I hit for 93. Like, if you look at Troll's damage range, it's an 18 damage range. Like, I can hit for as little as 93, or sorry, I can hit it for as little as 108 and hit for as much as 123 or 26. Sorry, math. It's pretty rough. But Brax was lagging to begin this game, so luckily that discontinues. But this is something no supports in my games ever seem to do, and I'm trying to help you guys out as support players. Like, look at Demon. He's just abusing the crap out of these pulls. Especially as a dire safe lane, you can push the wave out, and he just gets so many levels by letting me have this solo XP, and I'm keeping the lane pushed out. And then he's getting his own levels over here, and I go join him for the levels as well. And this Batrider is just completely denied. Like, the Batrider has to make the decision to leave lane or not, because he's not even getting that much out of it. And if he leaves lane, we just shove his tower, which is a pretty big deal. So, like, I come over and get this last hit. We said we're going to push because Enigma's coming over. Because Batrider isn't showing himself, so no reason to not push and at least make the other team react. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. I should have turned my Ring of Bastion faster, but I waited. I do turn it on, I think, right here. It's always important if you have a Ring of Bastion or Ring of Aquila to turn it on. Yeah, there we go, I turned it on. So this forces a rotation from Silencer and Sniper. So, like, it didn't take much for us to put this pressure on, and their Sniper already rotated from mid, and there's some Silencers here as well. So I said back off. We ended up backing off because Sniper Shrapnel is just cancerous to try to push into. So I just go back to farming the jungle and, like, doing whatever I can, just getting all the farm I can. The mischance is so good for tanking creeps. I don't even have a stout shield, and I took like 20 damage from that creep camp, which is pretty incredible. I did miss 1 CS for it, so I'm trash. But I always try to emphasize rotating between the lane and this big camp on Dire, and like between this medium and small camp on Radiant. On high move speed heroes or Slark, who with his ulti. So Tide had a haster and just like a drive-by Ravage on a weak Batrider. That's what just happened mid. That's some good stuff that creates a lot of space for me. So I go Morbid. It's just a sustain item on Troll. I think this is Troll's weak part in the game, though. He sustains well with Morbid, but he needs like Sanjin Yasha to actually be combat worthy. That's the big thing. Like before, this is his vulnerable time, and it's hard to gank him. Like, don't get me wrong, it is. But at the same time, so I bought a Quelling Blade because I'm ready to go jungle with my Morbid. But right now is the time where like Troll's not that strong without like a Roshan take. He can still do Roshan, but like Troll's really weak. Like, I can't fight them. Like, I'll just die. I have 915 HP, which may seem like a decent amount, but I'm highly immobile against that kind of lineup. So at this point, we put pressure top. I think we push this tower because of the fact that we feel strong. I think Enigma almost has a mech. Yeah, he's almost got the mech. So we're going to push this tower in the attempt to get the mech. And we already forced out some reactions top, so if we do it again, it's fine. We've already got this tower down to half, forced out a fort, which is pretty big because it allows you to troll Warlord ulti. You always want to try to hold your ulti if the other team has not forted yet. So we take the top tower. That gets our Enigma mech, and if you look, I mentioned earlier that their team's pretty weak early. in terms of like they have no tanks or frontliners. So Enigma, fucking man, immediately called that we should Rosh because we are really strong, even with them like with a mech. That how could they contest us for Rosh? So I go back and retreat into the jungle, which is a pretty standard thing for Troll. So it's not like it's completely obvious that we're going for this Rosh. It's all about timing. We also had to force rotations top, so we see a Dazzle top, and so Enigma immediately gets his mech in a smoke, and we head over. Did he already purchase some smoke? No, he didn't purchase it yet. So we're going to clear the jungle out. I'm going to stack this camp. This is just being efficient. Like, both of us are sharing the jungle, but we're both getting all we want out of it. So he immediately purchases the smoke. And bottom lane, like, we see none of them on the map. Except for mid lane, so we kind of know like they're up to something. So like bottom lane's playing carefully. Batrider's actually farming the jungle right now. I think fucking Matt actually said like yeah he's farming the jungle, etc. So we go ahead and smoke up and go immediate to Rosh. Enigma's just so good for Roshing. Those Eidolons are just so powerful. They hit for like 45 each, I think. But yeah, this was really crisp decision making that I like to have with experienced players. Like he just called this and told me what to do, so it wasn't even hard to think about it. Like I didn't have to do anything. We just went straight Rosh. Here I hold my Troll Warlord ulti because of like you hear a random Troll ulti, like what do you think they're doing? You know, like it's pretty obvious. So we go and sneak into the Rosh pit, and I throw my Troll Warlord ulti about when the end of the Troll Warlord ulti will make it so that the Rosh is dead. Meaning, like, the other team can't react in time, like right here. So I pop my Troll Warlord ulti. We don't think they can even contest, but if they had gone on, it was like right there. Like you see, I'm down to like half HP. But I popped it a little bit early, probably, but I just thought we'd get it done sooner. So we get a Rosh, which is huge. It literally allows us to take map control. So we take this opportunity to go push bottom. Because we're, like I said, they're pretty squishy and easy to go on, and it's hard for them to fight us right now. With our big ultimates. So I usually go Morbid into Sanjin Yasha because he needs the Sanjin Yasha to fight, and then after that I'll finish the Helm of the Dominator. I will go Vlad's if I'm having a really tough lane, but that's more so for pubs because in pro games your supports are usually really good at setting you up. So I just want to have a TP to be able to react. We saw what they're doing, so they're going to try to take bottom without me while our top's being pushed. So it's just really maximizing our farm. I didn't get that last hit because I'm just a scrub. I get gone on here and lose the Aegis. Like I saw Drow, but I didn't see the Batrider, and I didn't think he was here. This is the time when fucking Matt told me that we should go, but I'm gonna reevaluate this. Like he may have been right and I may have been wrong. Like I really don't know, but I'm gonna check. So they actually react with all 5. They're coming with all 5. And there's like right now I back up. And right here, they have all 5. I'm Dazzle Weaved with 550 HP. I'm actually going to look at this from a free camera perspective, because this might have been the right call to stay. Sorry, I just rewinded way too much, I think. How far did I go? Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Jesus Christ, can I get the right time? Okay, so this is right when I TP top. I'm just going to fast forward. I really want to see this part, because this was like, I'm not trying to say he was wrong, I'm actually curious, like, who was right. So I get picked off. I just want to see free camera, because I want to see everyone on the map. So they immediately react like all 5. They run as, like, and Silencer, while not being there, Global's pretty much like half of his usefulness to the fight. Am I like, yeah, I'm at 0.5. So my team told me to go, 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 so that's what I was doing right there. We missed the Ravage on the Drow and the Sniper, so I was like, I think we should back up. I don't think we should take this. So Enigma mechs both of us. Or mechs all of us. He didn't mech us, actually, huh? But Weave is so strong. Did he really not mech? He didn't. I'm not calling him out. Jeez, he didn't mech. He got really mad at me there, like, and he rightfully so, because of, like, he actually made a really good point. To make the wrong call as a group of 5 is a lot better than making 2 different calls as a group of 2 and a group of 3. So I'll keep that in mind for next time. I personally still look at that and don't think it was right to engage, but maybe I'm wrong. I think with a Sniper Drow, I think it's really difficult to get a good black hole because there's no reason that they should be standing next to each other. But yeah, okay, I'll just keep that in mind for next time, though. He may have been right. Like, I really don't know. I'm not familiar with playing with Enigma, like a competent Enigma, as you can see with my pubs with the level 1 stun Enigma. So at this point, I'm just farming up. Troll Warlord with a Yasha, that movement speed's really good. If people ask me why I do my skill build, I think 2 points in Fervor is really good value, and then movement speed makes you a better fighter, and that bash stun duration is actually a big deal. Like, it may not seem like much, but to go from 0.8 to 1.6, in terms of bash duration is actually really important for fights. Like, to get one bash off with 1.6 seconds, like that's usually a kill pit. Like that's usually you killing somebody in that 1.6 seconds. 0.8 is not enough to kill somebody. So demon with the tactical feed, creating space, standard demon things. In all honesty, like he died, but look, they're 5 bottom, and I'm free farming top along with Clockwork. Like I start taking his CS because that's what I do. I'm a greedy bastard. But like we're farming the map while there's like 5 of them ganking a support, so they're grouping as 5, and we see that. So I choose to start pushing this tower. I didn't have a TP on me, which probably makes me a scrub. So I start actually heading towards bottom because my team was saying to fight. But instead, what we're doing is pushing mid. So like Tidehunter's pushing mid. And I kind of wanted to do Ancients there. That's something I would have done in a pub match. So I'm still recovering from indecisiveness of things I would do in a pub and things I can do in coordinated Dota. So like they're 5-manning bottom, and we're just going to pressure mid. So they end up taking our bottom tower, and we pop a fort, which is pretty important. But then they 4-man react. I didn't even know how many they reacted with. They 4-man reacted, and we just walk away. It's not even that bad to lose that tower. It's just a tier 1, and they invested all 5 people into getting it. And 400 gold in TPs is not negligible. So back to farming. Like I said, I think Troll Warlord is infinitely stronger with a Sange and Yasha. I feel a little bit out of my comfort zone when I'm forced to fight before I have it. That's still something I need to work on in terms of I just think he's so much better with it that I try not to fight without it. But so I tried to fly the courier out to me here to be efficient, get the belt of strength from the side shop by the time courier gets to me, but. Then I have to probably having to play passively. I don't remember exactly why, but I didn't have any camps to farm. I think that's actually why. So I wasn't gonna have enough gold. So I just wasted time with the courier. I also missed a CS. God, noob. But yeah, I'm just looking at the map, and I'm gonna play greedy for that. But then I see none of them on the map. I see 4 of my heroes mid, and none of them. So I'm gonna immediately back up. I had the courier. I've been having problems with the courier going random places, but I sent it immediately back because I knew I wouldn't have my belt of strength, and I wanted a TP because they are gearing up to fight mid. But at this point, I'm kind of just waiting for the jungle camps to spawn. Not much else I can do. There's nowhere else to go farm. If you saw, all the jungle camps were farmed, so I'm going to take this time to go do this big camp. I think I go back in the lane. It's really just about efficient farming and rotations. That's my mindset right now. Just get my items up as quick as possible. So I finished my Sange and Yasha. I think that's really Troll's one of his big, it's a huge item for him. Just the utility he gets out of it is, you can't get it from any other item. Just the movement speed, tankiness, slow. It's a lot of HP. I think I go from 1,048 to 1,400 something. So my whole team's saying they're using Whirling Axes to get a last hit, but then I'm playing really scared because I don't see any of them on the map. So yeah, I go from, that's 300 HP. That's 25% HP, 30% HP increase, which is huge on a hero like Troll. So then I see Sniper mid, so I don't think I'm getting ganked, but I'm still playing really passively. Usually I would go farm this camp, but I don't see any of them, so I think that these 2 camps are the safer route. And the worst thing I can do right now is get picked off. I can't let them punish us for a split. My team's grouped as 4, and I'm the weak link, meaning if I let them catch me out, I'm the vulnerable one. Seem not to be able to calculate my last hitting power. Based on my inability to exactly know when I'm lasting. But yeah, I back up as far as possible just so I don't get ganked on. It's just that much harder to gank me. They can still probably kill me if they committed. But that's the whole point about this right now. So I see the 2 top. So then I'm okay, I'm safe to farm mid. We're really just playing around Roshan this game. So they smoke, my whole team smokes, and I kind of was should I walk top? This wasn't something I was sure about, so then I decided to TP as kind of a half bait, meaning he's just respawning to top. And I think we catch 2 or 3 out here, which is a pretty big deal. We catch out the silencer over there, and we go on the Bat Rider inside. I get a lucky, this bash, this maxing bash. I bashed the Dazzle one time and got a kill on him. I think we end up pursuing. So I get a double kill here. And then we pursue. Like, this is what I mean by we just run at them. Like, this is all we have to do. As the lineup we have, which this is a huge fight. Sanjin Yashi allows me to stick, and then he gets an awesome black hole. This is huge. Clockwork cogs us in and actually destroys a cog. That was really useful. So we team wipe them there. That was a huge fight. That's the kind of fight that just, like, I mean, this is 3,600 XP, 2,600 gold. I mean, that's just at 17 minutes. That's huge. Especially for a Drow lineup that's relatively squishy. So it's, you know, nice thing about Troll is I have full mana because of mana boots and stuff like that. Back to farming. I was gonna go straight BKB, but now because we won that fight, I have a little bit more time, and we're probably gonna have a Roshan before the next fight. So I'm like, oh, I'll get a Dominator. It's a greedy item in terms of the fact that it allows you to dominate a wolf and it speeds up your farm. So yeah, just back to what I'm doing. They still have their 2 cores dead, so I'm not really concerned about dying. Like, they have a Bat Rider, but they have no follow-up damage without Sniper and Drow alive. So that's my thought process here. Oh, directed. I meant to do player perspective. So back to my jungle I go. People severely underestimate how much farm speed you get from being able to walk at 514 move speed half the game. But yeah, so back to farming. This is one of those games that kind of escalates pretty quick. It's all around the Roche fights. Like, Troll Warlord with an Aegis is just so threatening. Like, it's so hard to kill this guy as a frontliner with 2 lives. I go BKB here because it's one of those, like, once I get a BKB, what are they gonna do? They can Bat Rider lasso me, but like at this point in the game, they don't have all that much damage, even with a Drow and a Sniper. So I have to, like, I can go ham, and I can ignore the headshot. Like, you still take the damage from Sniper headshot, but the slow plus the attack speed slow is actually pretty crippling for most carries. So we let them take our tier 1, and I'm going to rotate mid so that if they try to go tier 2 top, they at least have to respond, because we're mostly concerned about the Roche Pit. But they're still 5-manning. Like, they're trying to take our tier 2, but like they're 5-manning for it. So in the end, it's like we're still out farming them on the map. So I'm just going to pressure mid because I see them here. I'm really mad. Like, I actually want to watch this back. I'm going to watch free camera. I tried to TP top from range because I thought they were all 5 top. And Bat Rider, like, snipes my TP, I think. Yeah, what a douche. Wow. I was, like, so ready to TP in. So then there's a big fight going on top, and they, like, told me that I should have TP'd out of range, and I thought everyone was top, which just kind of sucks. But I get lassoed onto this cliff, which is unfortunate. And then they come back to kill me. Luckily, our Tide had a Force Staff. But yeah, this was a really frustrating fight, not only because of that. Like, that was well played by the Bat Rider. But they tried to come kill me here. The best thing I can do is man up. I actually dominate this wolf, get some extra deeps. Tidehunter told me he's coming. We are kind of debating, should I get Force Staff this way to fight them, or get Force Staff this way to go back to farming. But yeah, like I said, like, a huge fight. I was at like half HP, half mana. I get mana booted and earned, and here I am back to full. Like, nice thing about having a hero with such a low mana pool is one thing of mana boots is huge, like just a 30-year mana pool back. So yeah, I dominated the wolf, like I said. That's just a really great way to increase farm and damage for fights. So we knew Roche was up around this time, so our whole, like, my team was debating if we needed, I said, why don't we just wait for my BKB? It's just an unnecessary risk, so we ended up waiting for my BKB, just knowing that I could do whatever the hell I wanted if I had a BKB. So, and then we're going to secure the next Roche. Like, that's all we got to play around. We have decent map control. We tend to be out farming them, I think. I'm actually interested. Yeah, we're just a little bit ahead. Not too much in net worth, but in XP we're definitely ahead, which matters a lot in this kind of game with big ultimates and heroes like Rubik that are really greedy. But they have a Drow Sniper, so we do have to keep that in mind. They just have some serious late game damage. I mean, Sniper hits for bonus 51 damage, which is like a 50% increase for that hero. Looks like he's going BKB as well. I'm actually curious on net worth right now. I always like to look at this. This is how our games usually go. I'm usually first with Brax, and honestly, it's usually fucking mad. That's like third or fourth or fifth. It's usually how it goes, though. But that's the nature of our lineups. That's not have to do with skill. That's how we play the game, at least so far. Set up a position where I can basically get free farm of the map while our team scraps for as much farm as they can on heroes that don't need as much farm but still need items. So Brax got a really late blink, but that big fight top over here, spear, like, put him straight into a Force Staff. So I have my BKB flying out, which is a huge deal. So we're just like, okay, got a BKB. Like, they can't contest us. Let's just go Roche. I think we smoke up. Yeah, we do smoke up because in case they have a ward, we want to make like a surprise jump on them if there is one of them there. It's just a general precaution. We think it's kind of obvious, but at the same time, like they have vision over here, so we can't just march in. So my whole team's like, yeah, we're gonna like kind of scout out, make some space, be ready to help us, but just go ahead and start roshing. We have a medallion on demon, which is huge for rosh damage. I mean, you see how fast this thing dies. I mean, I hit him for 300 a pop. Yeah, that's pretty huge. So quick rosh. Then we actually engage on them. They're like kind of hesitant, and we use our initiation to get on the hero that matters. Sniper and Drow are the big ones. So then this is what I said: just run at them. Like not that much they can do about it. So I hit like a truck. The whole silencer disarm is annoying here, but like we just ran at them. That was the whole point. We get 2 kills, and what do you know? Now objectives. Like that's the big thing about Team Dota. So at this point, you can see like just from that rosh plus that fight, I was only about 2k ahead before, and now I'm a full 3k ahead. Plus with an Aegis, which is pretty big. I'm gonna go ahead and go player perspective. So I kind of talked to my team. I'd been debating between BKB and Scotty, and my team just wanted me to be able to go ham. And I don't honestly go Blink Dagger on Troll very often, but in a game like this where removing Drow ultimate is pretty huge, and getting right on top of Sniper as fast as possible is actually massive. Like, it's just huge in positioning wise mid game. Troll's a monster this time. I hit for 280 or 270 with this wolf, and I just want to be on top of them, whacking them. So I go ahead and sell my Ring of Aquila, which I don't do very often, but I sell it because I think Blink is just that good. And so we're basically like, yeah, we've got a Troll Warlord with a Blink BKB Aegis. Like, we are at one of our strongest points in the entire game. We got to make use of it, whether that be dominating the map, taking some kills in towers, or actually just ending the game. But they have a really tough lineup to end against. Shrapnel's a bitch to push into. So we're just trying to extend our lead. I mean, this is the kind of game where I expect if I looked at the charts, it'd be just gradual climb, yeah. Just gradually pulling ahead. Yep, just gradual. Like, we're out farming them. We have map control. This is what happens. Like, these are a couple pickoffs, but other than that, it's just continuous out farming. So they actually go on our clockwork up there, and my first priority is to go on Batrider. So then we see 2 more top. I'm actually just going to go free camera. So our goal is to just pursue as much as possible. Like, that's what we just want, as many kills. So I try to cancel blink, so I switch to range. Melee axes gives flying vision and a small AoE, so that's actually really useful for chasing people into trees. So like that Batrider can't juke me. It's actually really useful for people who don't know that. And then throwing axes also gives flying vision and a straight line AoE in front of you. So that's actually really, like, it's completely underrated by a lot of players how useful flying vision is in trees. So that's some 3 big picks. That's probably another like huge swing. Yeah, I mean, it's just getting worse and worse from here. Down the spiral goes. Net worth, I'm now 4k ahead. It's just kind of getting worse and worse. It doesn't help that I'm missing CS, but hey. Minor things, I guess. So yeah, we got some big kills. They're weak. They don't have lasso. We still have both of our big ultimates. Time to push mid. Our Tidehunter has a regen, so he's just doing their ancients, and then we're gonna push mid. This is one of those key things. Like, if Troll's given mana by anybody, he can just sustain. So Tidehunter says he's gonna bottle me and mana boot me, which is huge. So we thought we might be able to pick off somebody over here. So I got 4 staffed, but that's just playing aggressive. To see what can happen here. But yeah, we're just going to push mid. Tidehunter is literally impossible to go on because he just gets gone on and he'll purge whatever stun gets on him. They only had Batrider stun and global as disabled, so he frontlined while we sit behind him. We attempt to push high ground, but you're going to learn how bad it is to push into a sniper, plus even a Batrider. Batrider's the worst. So we're whacking on the tower, getting a little bit of damage in, but you just can't tank shrapnel. It's a slow that does a ton, like 45 damage a second, so we back up a little bit. I think we try to re-engage here, because if we can manage to go on them, it's pretty huge. Demon was talking about he was a little bit slow with his lifts. Like, if I ever got gone on, the whole point of Rubik was to lift the Batrider the minute he blinked on me. But yeah, once again, we're just out farming them. Like, we are taking their woods, and they're doing their ancients while they're sitting in base, scared. So you don't always have to rush into a push. It's actually a pretty big deal. Like, even in pubs, so many pub players just like, well, you need to push, we need to group. It's like, No, you don't. Like, there's a right time. Like, it's okay if you get an extra 300 gold right before you push, and now we're pushing again, putting pressure on. So we said, if you can go on somebody with clock, do it. This time we're just like basically, Dazzle's such a like pain. I tried to get like I got so close to getting so many kills. We managed to get the Batrider right there. But this is a pretty deep dive. This is kind of dive, like the range heroes they have forces us, like, if we actually wanted to go on them, that's how deep we'd go. That's still a little bit bad of a dive, but we still got 2 for 1 there. We still got in for an Aegis, but having the Batrider be dead is pretty huge. So I think we actually force a buyback here. Either way, we still have Black Hole, even though he doesn't really have mana. Midnight Pulse is still really strong. So we forced out a fort. Like, this is bad. This is sniper at its strength. Look at that crap. So that's why force staffs are really useful, just on one of your cores. So in this kind of game, I just want to have max sustain and tankiness, and I already have my BKB. So I end up going Satanic Butterfly. It's just something where it makes it a lot harder to kill me, and if I manage to get my Satanic off, it's just that much more difficult. Like, I can basically 2 lives, and if I get weak from a push like that, then I can go Satanic a creep camp and then come back full health. Nice Whirling Axes on Mud Golems, just some classic Banana Slam Jamma plays. Back up, we don't have Aegis anymore. It's all about Rosh. That's so much about this kind of game. It's all about Rosh. So yeah, there are a couple big things I wanted to see in this game. I've seen most of them, but yeah, that dive mid wasn't even that bad. I thought it was worse than that. But we still did get a 2 for 1 with Aegis. But they managed to pick off our Enigma top. But then again, like, that's not, like, pickoffs that don't amount to anything aren't that big of a deal. Like, they're not gonna push our base off of this. I'm forced to pop a BKB charge here. It actually, like, that sniper's so strong. But I end up buying out for Satanic. Just as a way, like, I think it's worth it, and I don't think they can push our high ground with the amount of fight we have, and punishment for them pushing. But for some reason they think we can push, or they think they can push, with Enigma down here. And we punish them. Like, I have a full Satanic. Brax told me to ulti so he could be killing their tier 2. But yeah, we forced out a global. That's huge. Like, Brax was literally like, let's try to bait out a global and then re-engage. Like, that was the whole point of that. Like, try to scare them. Like, commit enough such that if they don't global, we can just go on them. And if they do global, we back off and re-engage. Which is just a really big deal. Like, I can't emphasize enough how big it is that they don't have their global, because that's like their one way, other than Batrider, of canceling Black Hole. So, and it's also just really good against our lineup. Like, they can go on me with no global. Like, now it's like the big threat would be Batrider lasso on me into a global. Like, how would we stop them from doing that? Like, how would my team help me? I think Demon ends up getting a Yules. I don't know when he has it. Probably should know this. Yeah, he ends up going Yules though, because it's a good way to, like, it's basically a Rubik lift through global. So yeah, just doing damage to the tower as much as we can. Like, we took the tower, just applying pressure, because even though we're not farming the map, they're not either. This is when the force staff barely dodges the Tidehunter ulti, so that was pretty big. I'm like, let's just get out. I hit a little bit damage on the racks, and we decided to disengage, and I told my team, like, I can Satanic on this creeps, and we can re-engage. We end up getting the Drow with Clockwork, which was pretty huge. That's totally worth. We lose 2, but we still have Enigma Black Hole, plus, like, I'm full health again. So we kind of, like, this is a problem, though. We look like, this is indecisiveness. I'm like, should we go? And I wasn't sure if we should go or not. And then we end up, like, I think this is the time we half-ass re-engage. I guess it isn't. I think they're waiting to get Brax is telling me, like, head over here, like, look to go on somebody. And we might, I think we actually get, like, a silencer here. Yeah, like, Brax just blinked in with his Shivas, which gives vision, so that shows Dazzle. So I immediately come over. I ignore him because he's shallow graved. But he actually gets out here. It's really frustrating. I should have stayed on the Dazzle. He ends up TPing out. I don't know if his grave ended before the TP, but either way, I should have definitely stayed on him. That's really frustrating that they got away with that. Like, we should have killed him there. That was a really good play by Brax to blink Shivas. One of the most useful parts of Shivas is the flying vision he gives. So this is one of my top tier plays of the day. I blink into a set of trees, and I get sad. But we're just looking for the next Roche. Like, that's all this game is about. Roche and then push. So we know it's gonna respawn in the next like minute and a half. So we just gotta wait for it. And I'm like, I might as well just farm their side of the map, push out bottom lane while I can, etc., etc. You know, pretty straightforward farming things. We're kind of just waiting around Roche, so farm the map around that area. I'm kind of concerned they're going to try to pick me off. I'm actually curious where they are right now because I back up immediately after this creep wave. So they weren't even threatening to go on me. They were scared. I just blinked out in case they had smoked to try to gank me. I was playing super careful because if I get picked off here, it's actually crippling to our game plan. So I played super safe there. I would never do that in a pub. I would have pushed that lane out a little bit more. But I did listen to the advice of somebody on my stream yesterday. One of the benefits of streaming, instead of selling my Quelling Blade with the courier, I left it in the Roche pit to pick it up to use for Roche. It's actually a pretty big deal. I picked it up and used it for Roche, so whoever said that, I appreciate that. If you are in my chat right now. So yeah, I mean, we do it almost instantly. They can't react, they can't fight us. We have massive ultis, massive initiate onto them. They can't fight inside of base with the lead that we have right now. So this is basically the game plan. Give me Aegis, now it's a cheese Roche. That's huge for us. Clockwork of the Blade Mail and a Ghost Scepter is like infinite survivability and threat to the enemy team. I'm 50% higher net worth than anybody on the other team, and my cores have basically caught up to them. And then there's Lonely Demon back here, but he's our 5, and he's like 1,000 head of their 5. So we looked for a quick pick off. Maybe they weren't ready for us to go in. So that's what we were looking for. If we got that kill, it would have been huge. Like if we can just, like I said, run on top of them. That's all we needed to do. So at this point, like, we're pretty strong, but it's just such a struggle to go against Sniper. I bet we're up by 15k. Yeah, we are. I literally just guessed a number. Like, that is so much, but at the same time, Shrapnel is so difficult to push into. Like, how do you, like, Shrapnel plus Batrider, and Demon's too far back. Like, we actually commented about this after the game. He should have been right here in order to counter-initiate on this Batrider. Like, I can't do anything here. I just get dragged into T4s, and my team can't back me up, and this is actually a pretty bad fight. I just run away at this point. Like the big thing about that, like, I'm not bashing Demon. He played really well today. I'm just like, we already talked about this, but that wasn't the best black hole. But hey, in a game like this, it's pretty hard to get a good one. So this is the part where we kind of half-ass re-engage, and we're not sure exactly what to do. This is the kind of sloppy play that playing with a new team is. But like, this is a good blink to kill the Batrider instantly. We realize that we have to get on top of these two heroes. These two are the threats. I have a Satanic, so I'm pretty survivable here. But I can't actually kill them, so I have to back off. The Silencer mana burn plus DOT canceling my blinks really frustrating. But then I try to re-engage. This is such a long engagement, it's actually ridiculous. The Silencer is crushing me. So basically my whole team died. I think Rubik bought back. Yeah, he did. He either bought back or died and respawned. I think he just respawned. But I managed to get out. Like I said, like you saw how difficult it was to push into them. The Batrider lasting me into the tier 4s forces my team to react, making it very difficult to engage on them, even though we're at such a heavy advantage. Tier 4s are basically an extra hero, maybe a hero and a half in terms of damage. Even like probably a core worth of hero damage. So they're pushing down our mid. I really don't like, in their mind, like some people just view their strength too high. They are not strong right now. Like, they can defend their base. That's a big difference between defending your base and being able to push ours. So we're literally just like, the minute clock's up, go. Like, that's what our thought process was here. Go even a little bit before. Like, I thought I should go, but I wasn't sure. And then Enigma called for me to go, so I went. But the minute clockwork's up, like, it doesn't even matter. I'm pretty freaking tanky, as you can see. So right here, I managed to pick off the Drow. Then I bashed the Dazzle, which is pretty sweet. So then we just have to keep chasing. Like, this is the power ritual. We get the stun off here, so we just clean them up. Like, we just run in their faces. That's the thought process there. Like, we knew Clockwork would be up in time before that fight was over. So we killed 4 of them. We know the Dazzle has no buyback, which is actually a huge deal. That Shallow Grave is pretty big for heroes like Sniper in the far back, that they'll probably be able to retreat all the way back if they get Shallow Graved right here. So now we're way ahead. We know this, but it's still been a struggle to push into Sniper. I'm massive in terms of net worth. That's just how our lineup goes, though. I bought an Evasion Talisman casually because the amount of survivability against Drow and Sniper is just, I mean, it's 25% health, basically. Except for the fact that headshot can't be avoided, or dodged. But we just take basically a free Rax here. I think they fort. Yeah, they fort here. But yeah, I mean, look how scared they have to play. And you're going to see the effect of what happens if Rubik just lifts this Bow Rider and I don't get initiated on. Just watch. I mean, boom. Just dead Bow Rider. And that's the game, basically. Clockwork, really, really good hook into Cogs. We just run at them at this point. Like, not much they can do. I'm diving tier 4s, and they push me away. But that's the power of a 4-staff. Like, seriously, though. It allows me to make those kind of plays. And we debate about going back in, and I think we actually do. Nope, we decided no diving. Yeah, I remember this. We decide no diving and just say, hey, go tier 4s, or tier 3s. We have a troll. Get another set of racks. It would have been aggressive if we had killed them right there. The only reason I debated is because they both bought back, so if we killed one of them, it was literally GG 100%. So now that they have no fort, I think I popped troll to here, but it's still tough to push into them. Like, this is so frustrating. Like, you can see the power of it if we miss the initiate. Like, if we can't get on top of them, they're just so strong. So I believe they satanic this wave. I don't know why I seem to have everything I do wrong. Maybe satanic this creep camp. Yeah. It's really big to just casually pop your satanic. It's a 35-second cooldown. I mean, I'm back to full health. So at this point, I get a butterfly, and I'm just like, I mean, I'm basically unkillable. I'm gonna have 2,600 HP with a butterfly and a BKB and a blink, and like the satanic basically gives me 2 lives. They have their only way of stopping me from right-clicking is a Bow Rider lasso. So we're just pushing all our waves back in, establishing our domination again. I mean, at this point, the net worths are pretty ugly for them. So the thought process here is to just shove all our lanes in and push again, like, and just try to go on them, like with Clock Hook, Tidehunter, Ravage, whatever it may be. Have me be the frontliner. I buy out for a butterfly here. Nice blink. Not really. I buy out for Boots of Travel so that I can beware with my team. Actually, I do remember doing this. Fucking Mad told me to do that, just so I can be anywhere on the map. And we actually go for a kill. This is poorly coordinated on my part. This is something I do need to work on. He said, like, let's go for this Drought. You have your Boots of Travel. And I thought he was going already, and I TP'd in preemptively, like right here. I TP'd in right here. Yeah, like, this was too early. Like, I scared the Drought away with this TP. Like, she immediately breaks for it, and Nigma looks for the kill. So we see her here, and she gets away. But then we see them here, and it's like they're going on our Clockwork, like, time to sandwich them. I believe we take this fight. I'm about 95% sure we take this fight. So they did manage to pick off our Clockwork, but Tide's coming from this way, and we're coming from this way. So if you see the sandwich that's forming right now, like, even though it's 4v5, you can't go on a Tidehunter. This guy has 23 armor and Kraken Shell, so we managed to get that off, and we just go full ham. He managed to get the Shallow Grave off, but I just pursue him, because I'm like, this guy's not getting away. I managed to not miss uphill on the one auto attack that I needed to hit him with, which is really good. And then just from here, it's just chasing this guy down. Big kills. Even though we are 4v5, we acknowledge that their Bow Rider lasso was down. I was trying to tell him to black hole right here. I knew the guy was right there, but it's fine. It would have been a risky black hole, but I was 100% sure he's there, but I couldn't even tell him what, like, I was so, like, in the zone of the game. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory from here. We picked them off. Sniper, no buyback. He was, like, the major reason why we couldn't push, and we proceed to take Megas and in that game. Pretty straightforward from there. The honorary pool dived in the game and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that was my thought process in that game. And I just wanted to look it over. A couple big things that I made a mistake on. And it's nice to see him back, even if I knew I made the mistake. It's good to see it. But I'm going to go ahead and look in chat for any questions you guys may have. I will be looking at my PL game later if that's something that interests you. But a couple people requested that I play a game. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We did win the series 2-0. So I will be queuing for a game. Oh, I'll show you the dive and found. I'm sorry, man. Is somebody complaining about me me giving too much insight? Manta's just not good on Troll Warlord. His damage comes from plus damage items and fervor and his ulti, and none of that translates to illusions. Manta's just something, he has a really small mana pool as well. I think Sanjin Yash is just so good on that hero. I understand why you'd think Manta would be good that game, and it is a good item on most Agi carries, but Troll, I just don't think it's an option. I think Sanjin Yash is so much better for that hero. And Troll's not that bad silenced, like, he can just run at you and attack you anyway, so. I talk more than a woman, ouch. Thanks for the Arcanas, banana. If you guys don't want me to talk this much, just let me know. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I am a boxers kind of guy, and I'm wearing only boxers right now. Yeah, who needs insight? Everyone's 9K. Yeah, PL. So I'm going to be playing a Q game. I might even play PL, but I'm going to be I'm going to queue that up. I'm going to queue up a game, and then I will be analyzing the PL game. Just a couple big plays I made, and a couple like rotations that were like we picked Coddle in that game. Coddle PL's so good in the right lineups. We punched the crap out of him, and Demon played like a beast as well. Do I want to show you guys the PL TP to mid when I was mid? Yeah, I tried to Midas a creep, and I freaking TP booted on top of the creep that I was trying to Midas. It was pretty bad. It was like point blank TP. Everyone makes mistakes though, right? Why no Scotty on Troll? The Satanic was really crucial for sustained pushing, and they had no way of stopping me from auto-attacking. So Satanic was kind of my replacement for Scotty, meaning like you usually go Satanic, but instead of going Scotty as my second big item behind after BKB, I went Satanic. And didn't really have a slot. Like I thought Satanic Butterfly, like they just had all right click, so all I had to do was be able to survive the right click and then come back with the Satanic, and the Butterfly was really good for tankiness. Scotty is usually a really good item though. The night I talked about offlane, I really don't know, man. I'm sorry. I can try if one of my friends could help you out. Maybe I'm not sure. It's been so many nights of streaming. I was only very briefly I talked about offlane, but that'll be something in the future when I have a lot of time to schedule that I will be talking. Like I'll tell you guys ahead of time. Like the stream will be primarily focused on offlaning. A couple people who have asked me to coach have said that they want me to coach on stream, so that's the kind of stuff that I'll let you guys know ahead of time. What happened in that Lycan game versus UG, I'm just not the most comfortable with Lycan right now, and it was a really hard game to execute, and I just got caught out of control a little bit. Apparently Mask of Madness on Spectre is kind of legit, but I think Spectre's a pretty bad hero in the current meta, so... You saw the Batrider TP cancel. I just didn't expect him to do that. That was a really good play. Daedalus on Troll, like, the hero does enough damage. He just wants to bash you and slow you, like, and stick on his targets. Like, Daedalus is good damage, but, like, MKB's better because most heroes will have evasion in that. So you like because of his bash, you just want to be hitting the person, and Daedalus is it's just unnecessary damage. You want to be tanky. You want to be a frontliner. Like his ulti gives his whole team damage. He doesn't need damage. It's not a horrible item, and there are some games where it's right, but Daedalus just you don't need that much offense really. I only played with Fluff for like 3 games. I think they're both good players, but if not comparing him to Fluff, I think that Demon is a really good 5. He makes some really ballsy calls that sometimes like or most of the time really pay off and sometimes backfire, but he's a position 5, so like even if he dies half the time he's creating space, which is really cool. I look like American Ice Ice Ice. I don't see it, but maybe. Wheel or Void Boys? I don't know, man. I think they're similar caliber teams. They both have a lot of pub stars, I think, that are new to the team, meaning like not much coordination, kind of like our team. So should be a good game either way. Vanguard just doesn't offer anything to most heroes. It's basically good on Bristleback and Axe. It's just a defensive item that falls off pretty early. So it's only good on heroes that don't need to farm that much and want to run at you. Appreciate it, Optimistic. HSA. Today the day you finally see me place Fins. Place Finn. Probably not, but I can't. You never know. I was told that HR got wrecked by 4 anchors. We were supposed to play the winner of the game, and apparently they got 2-0'd, so I'm pretty sure it's 4 anchors. Shotcaller kind of ranges, but I would probably say it's mostly fucking Mad and Demon as supports. Brax also makes some good calls, but Brax mostly tells about the game plan and what we're trying to do at that time, and then shot calls are usually Demon or fucking Mad. You don't want to be a good Dota player? Sorry to hear that, man. Want to see a banana rampage? Oh, people are repeating questions because I'm delayed. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll down chat fast enough. Play that Slark hero? I might play him. It's one of those. We'll see. I enjoy playing Slark, and he's good in pubs, but at least I bait out the ban in pro games. But I feel like Slark's actually a relatively weak hero right now for pro Dota.